Kids are out of school, and here's a way to keep them busy and their brains working while they learn a new skill: music lessons. ABC 15's Amanda Kinsey is live at Andy Owings' School of Music this morning.
That's right. Yeah, we've been having a fun lesson this morning. They do lessons of all ages. We've got Andy Owings over there, and we have Kelvin, who is also at Friendship Church, I want to mention. And you may recognize him as the limo driver from when we had that father who met his son for the first time in almost 60 years, and then his wife, Monique. And you guys are some of the instructors here, just teaching music to everybody, right?
Yes, and we enjoy it. Come on, sign up for your music lessons. I do voice and keyboard, organ, and Shorty. I call her Shorty. I'm Little Shorty, and that's Big Shorty, and she does
all strings.
Yeah, pretty much everything, all the string instruments. Yeah, we've been working on something for you guys this morning, right?
Yes.
All right, bravo, everybody. We have a link to Andy Owings' music store on the surfboard section of WPDE.com. All right, so kids are out of school, and here's a quick way to keep them busy with their brains working while they learn a new skill: music lessons. ABC 15's Amanda Kinsey is live at Andy Owings' School of Music this morning.
That's right. Yes, I love it. And they've got so many different small classrooms for people to come in and learn how to play instruments, any kind of instrument, or voice lessons. There's so many things, and we're kind of following the music right now. And it is in here. And we've got Monique and Kelvin in here. And it's all about sharing the gift of music and, teaching others of all ages. You teach people of all ages, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yep. The youngest I take is 4. The oldest I have, they're in their 80s, is 2 besties, but they all age groups. And so teach all instruments between me, Shorty. I call Kelvin Shorty.
Yeah, Shorty and Shorty. And he calls you Shorty. I love it.
He's Little Shorty and I'm Big Shorty. And then there's quite a few other teachers. So with all of us together, we try to cover every instrument imaginable. And then on Saturdays, we get together, all the students from here, and we have orchestra rehearsal at Trinity Presbyterian Church.
I love that.
Yeah.
And people can also see you, because not only do you teach lessons, but you guys, perform all over the community and, at churches and whatnot, too.
Yeah. And I play with a band called Trans, and I play with Florence Symphony, and I just had the pleasure of playing with Long Bay for the Violins of Hope. And then we play at our churches and do music ministry together.
I love it. I love it. And if you missed the rundown earlier, there was only at least a dozen instruments that she teaches lessons for. But you can find anything, and it's never too late to learn a new skill.
Yeah.
And we have a link to Andy Owings' music store on the surfboard section of WPDE.com. Kids are out of school, so here's a way to keep them busy and their brains working, all while they learn a new skill. We're talking about music lessons this morning. ABC 15's Amanda Kinsey is live at Andy Owings' School of Music.
That's right, and there are several instructors here, and literally any piece of instrument or voice lessons, anything you want to do, they've got it right here, including Kelvin and Monique. And it's just a great way for kids to get involved and use their brain in different ways. And talk about what you love about teaching.
Well, I just have a passion for teaching and music, of course. But just we're both school teachers, So I just love when kids are able to learn. I love learning. I love books. I love the education, and I just have a passion for teaching. And music is a universal type of discipline. It involves many disciplines in one: math, language, and it is a known fact. Studies say that kids that learn music, their scores are higher in school. Yeah. So it's very important for me to teach the kids and also give them lessons in other disciplines. Math, for instance, the numbering system. The piano or the music is based on the 8 numbering system. A numbering system is when you get to one number, you start over again. When you get to that number, you start over again. So
Yeah, you've already been teaching Charlie a little bit this morning.
Yeah. So, Charlie, now, piano, organ, keyboard, it fits 2 musical categories. It's strings and percussion. Because the hammers hit the strings. So it's one of the few instruments that covers 2 musical categories, string and percussion. Now, Charlie, what pattern do you see on the keyboard? This is a keyboard.
2, 3.
2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. Okay? So by that, we can name all of the notes on the keyboard. Now,
I love that. Adding in the math to it too, and the different ways that you can teach and learn. It's fun. Charlie's going to be playing a musical ballad by the time the music morning is over.
And we have a link to Andy Owings' music store on the surfboard section of WPDE.com. It's a way to keep them busy and their brains working while they learn a new skill. Music lessons. ABC 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at Andy Owings' School of Music this morning.
That's right, yeah, and what a great way to keep kids doing something over the summer and working their minds and having fun too, learning a new skill. I'm with Calvin and Monique, and they are some instructors here at Andy Owings School of Music, and music does so much for people. I mean, in so many ways. And talk about you guys. I mean, you guys kind of like music is your life, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, we actually met in church doing music in Philadelphia, and I come from a musical family. My grandmother played, my mother played, and she tells me that she did a lot of music when she was pregnant with me in college, at Livingstone College. She has a picture of her on stage doing Diana Ross and the Supremes. And so I came out doing music. Doing music.
And now you guys are helping others do music. I mean, you teach the classes here.
Yes.
I've been here since 2010 teaching. We initially were across from Books A Million, and we moved over here a few years ago, right next to the music store. And I teach violin, viola, cello, upright bass, regular bass guitar, guitar, mandolin, ukulele, and some trumpet.
Is that all? Holy cow! There are lots of opportunities for lessons here, and in fact, we're going to have an early morning lesson coming up.
And we have a link to Andy Owings' music store on the surfboard section of WPDE.com.